Hello traders, this is Mike Billion. Today is November 12, 2014, and let's talk about the market. Let's start with GoPro. GoPro, as you can see here, it made a higher high around 98.47, and since then has been doing lower lows and higher lows. It's inside this downtrend channel. In ADX is very low at 15. So my thinking is it's gonna keep moving down, up and down inside this triangle wedge. I don't see a trade right here since I don't like when the ADX is so low, and that means it's gonna keep moving sideways. There's nothing here to trade. Just keep it on your watch list because this one moves very fast when the start moves. You know, the last move it was from $38 to $92. Who didn't want to be in that trade? Now let's talk about RAX. RAX, as you can see here, is is a stock that went up to $78 back the beginning of 2013, and since then has been doing lower lows, and it has been trading sideways since December 2013, almost a year, trading sideways in between 39, 67, and 29. Today, it break out, no, yesterday breakout, and today confirmed the breakout of this major Fibonacci resistance 39.67. Now, are we going to enter this one on this breakout? If we see the directionals on DMI, the move is almost over. It's very overbought. However, it's still bullish because when we get a divergence on DMI like we got here, it's not complete, but it's almost there. We're gonna wait. We have to wait for a pause or a pullback to enter long. So if we can get it back about 39 or 40, that will be a nice entry. So wait for the pullback on this one if you want to trade a swing trade on this one, because we already mixed that one from 39 to 32.75. So wait for a pullback around 40, 39, or wait for a setup right here like a bull flap, and then until you don't see a DMI divergence, because right now it's almost a divergence. Look at the minus direction is almost on the bottom. So keep it RAX in your watch list. RAX right now is bullish. Now let's talk about TASR International. TASR International. This one is a very volatile stock. You can tell it goes up and down, up and down. You have to be really careful. When you see a stock like that, you have to be very careful. You know, it got a big moves in a couple days, and it follows the moves. Right here, major Fibonacci resistance 1873 was breakout and is trending about that level. It's holding that level. Last time it break out the level, it went to 2049, which is the next Fibonacci extension. So I'm thinking since DMI is bullish and has a lot of room to go to the top and the bottom, this is gonna go to 2049 and probably break out to new highs around 2246. This one is really bullish, and I'm gonna keep watching this one to see if I can get a nice entry. Buy the dips. When you see a stop like this, buy the dips. It's really bullish, and ADX is very strong. Now let's talk about Canadian Solar. Canadian Solar, what I see here. What I see here exactly is a stock that is making lower lows and is moving sideways right here. Something that called my attention right here was this volume today when it reports. It went it break down. The lowest was 27.50 and the highest was 33. Big bar. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm sure it's gonna open a bar right here inside this bar. I don't see a trade right here right now. It's bearish. DMI is bearish, but you can tell the ADX is at 60. So we might continue seeing moving sideways around here. So if you swing trade this one, be careful. Use the 27.79 and the 33.89 as your resistance and support. but I don't see a trade right here, and ADX is too low for me to enter. Facebook is still holding this trend line. I'm long Facebook using the stock. 73.44 is the Fibonacci support, but also the trend line, this yellow line. I say today to subscribers to get some shares, because I think it's gonna pull back from here, and we can tell DMI is still bearish, but we can get a divergence soon. You know, they're getting very far apart, the directionals, the plus directional and minus directional. So if we make to the yellow line, if we can get it between 72 and 70, will be a great trade. But if you get it here, use the yellow line to get out. You know, if you break down this yellow line, we don't have nothing to do. We have to sell this one. But Facebook is bullish long term. Long term is bullish. If you use the weekly chart, you can tell that who is the leader in the directionals is the bulls. This one is bullish long term. Don't use auctions, use the stock for now. Now let's talk about price line. Price line, as you can see here, is a chart that I don't like. It's all over the place. But this one is so good for intradays. Very good for intradays. If you get a good entry and it goes your way right away, you can make a lot of money. We trade this one in the group today, in the chat, and we made nice profits with this one. But you have to be really careful and use your stops. Right now is bullish and strong, and I think the game here is to buy the dips. He's holding the 50 simple moving average, and he confirmed the breakout from yesterday. So I think it's bullish. A level to watch for support is 11.45. If you can get it there. If tomorrow it goes to 11.45, get long and use the same level to get out in case it doesn't work. Now let's talk about Bank of America. Bank of America was trending up, but since December 2013, for a year, it has been trending sideways between 17 and 14. Major resistance is 1766. That's the major resistance. It looks like it wants to break out right here. Last time break out the level, it was a fake out and we went down really fast. Look at this, 17 from fifth 17 to fifth 14 in just a couple days. So be careful here. If it gets to 1766, if you break out, get in, but use stops because last time was very ugly. I don't like Bank of America here. It's not a good one to trade, but someone asked me, so I have to include it. Now let's talk about Apple. What a beautiful breakout. We entered yesterday and we closed half position. For the ones that don't know how I trade, I always try to close half of my position because I always enter with 5% on every of my trades. So as soon as I get 20-50% profits, I close half and I leave a runner. So that way I have a lot of room in case this one pull backs. I have a room and to get out even, but I'm thinking Apple is gonna go to 120 end of the year. I see a lot of room to navigate on the directionals on DMI. You can see there's a lot of room and a lot of room on the bottom, but be careful and use the 110 Fibonacci support. 110, that's the number you need to watch. If we go there and break down, that's gonna be very, very bad for Apple because we can pull back and get to 102. But for now, if we confirm tomorrow breakout about today's high, this is gonna fly to 114, which is the next Fibonacci extension, 114. But my target is 121 by the end of the year. Now let's talk about which one it is. Baba. Let's talk about Baba. Baba right here, as you can see, had a nice day. You can this day, I said yesterday, buy the dips. It was trending right here about the low was 114, and I know many of you got a nice entry around 114. It went to 119.07. The highest of the highest was a couple days ago was 119.45. I think it's setting up right here a good consolidation, and I think it's gonna go to the next Fibonacci extension 128, 127, 128. So that's my next target. BABA is really bullish and strong. Use the 113.79 as your stop. So this is everything for today. Trade on.